So this is the morning after spending the night on the Murray River. Just amazing. Such a good night's sleep. Oh jeez, I don't even know what day it is. I've got really no idea what day it is, but this is where I stayed last night. Just on the bank of the Murray River, just outside of Robinvale in Victoria. Alright, time to get going. Maybe get going. I'm on a center stand and I can't touch the bottom and I can't roll off it. There we go. Oh, that might have been because I was holding on to the front brake, but hey, that's what happens when you're a dumbass. Anyway guys, I'm gonna get some petrol, get some coffee, and I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road. Okay, so I just realized something, that when I was getting my coffee and everything else, I got off the bike, and when I filled up the bike there was like a whole bunch of water dripping out everywhere, and I'm like, oh no, my bladder's broken. But the bladder's not broken, but there's something missing. What's missing? It's like on my camelback. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna check out and see if I can, well, I know exactly where it'll be where I camped. The one time I didn't do the RD ride around is the one time I forget something. And look, there it is. It's just sitting there waiting for me. Why didn't you get on my back? So riding around, I'm heading towards Swan Hill, and then I'll take a turn off to Echuca just to keep following the Murray. But it's reminded me something from my childhood. Like, I didn't really hang around this area or anything else like that, but I keep seeing signs saying Major Mitchell something or other. And where I used to go camping as a kid is near a town called Nagambie, and there's a winery around there called Mitchelton Winery, and we used to camp on the edge of a little river system or a creek system, and that was called Major's Creek. And it just reminded me that everything, like in the northern side of Victoria, there was the Queen's Surveyor at the time. He was part of the army, Major Mitchell, which is pretty cool. So I'm on the Major Mitchell Trail. Basically, he's surveyed pretty much all of northern Victoria. So he's got so many things like named after him. He's quite a prominent figure from way back in the day. And he's even got like birds named after him. Like there's a Major Mitchell cockatoo and things like that. I don't think we'll be going into those sorts of areas very often, but just one of those things that you travel along and then bam, it hits you in the head that you're like a flashback and a memory from past times. It's a good thing. I'm actually really enjoying, like, remembering things that I did as a kid and all that sort of jazz. So I've hit Swan Hill. There's not much happening in Swan Hill. I'm just going to try and find somewhere to have maybe a little bit of brekkie. Maybe I can strike it lucky and find a bakery or something. Get myself a pie. Because I do like me a pie. Surely there's got to be a bakery around here somewhere. It'll give me a good excuse to look up the road and see if I can find a bakery. There's got to be a bakery somewhere. There's just got to be a bakery. Can't have a country town without a bakery. It's just not on. Oh, come on. Where's the bakery, man? We're nearly at the edge of town. There's a lot of Chinese restaurants. And no bloody bakery. Where? Oh, there's a bakery right there at the bakehouse. Swan Hill Bakehouse. Oh yeah, look at that. 7 AM, which means it's open. Alright, I'm going to get me some food. And he's got to get a photo of this. There's the big cod right there. You know what? It makes me think. Like, everybody says that Americans like big things. You know, if it's big, it's American. It's big. Yeah, big, big, big. Yet in Australia, we have the giant everything. We have the giant sheep, the big banana, the big pineapple, the big prawn. You know, we've got all of these huge bloody big things, and people say Americans like big things. Well, maybe they do, but when it comes to giant big crazy statue stuff, I think Australia's got everybody beat. Okay, I just went through Echuca. I really didn't want to stop, to be honest. I kind of just want to get on the road, but that's not the reason why I didn't want to stop. The reason why I didn't want to stop. Now, somebody said this to me a while ago, and I thought, nah, can't be that bad. They told me that Echuca is just full of weirdos. Like proper weirdos. I was in the town for all of about 5 minutes. Yep, weirdos. Young people, weirdos. Old people, everywhere. Like along the Murray, I haven't, I don't think I ever noticed this before, but old people everywhere, driving the cars, in the shops, running the shops, walking along the street. And I don't think it's because it's a daytime thing and all the young people are out working. Hell no, every person in every shop is bloody old. Every person driving a car out here looks like they're about as old as that pile of dirt right there. Just old, man. Like, they were bloody grown-ups when Noah was kicking around, you know what I mean? It's just old. Yeah, I've cut away following the Murray River just to get some time and to gain some distance. So I went back down through Shepparton and across to Benalla, and now I'm on the Hume Highway. Yeah, I'm heading into Wodonga, and I'm going to cut through Wodonga, so I'll fill up there, and I'm going to make my way out to Corryong. Corryong is kind of around the start of the Alpine way into or over Kosiosco. So I'm not going to do the point of Kosiosco. I'm just going to go over it and probably hit Jindabyne, but I'm going to be doing that tomorrow anyway. So tonight is all about getting into Corryong, which is about 2 hours away, which will get me there at about 5-ish, about 5:30, which is enough time for me to set up camp and do everything else, everything that I need to do anyway. So yeah, this journey is kind of a lot like water. It just flows and goes wherever it wants. I guess you have to be fluid when you go out on big rides like this. Plans will change and you have to adapt. What is it? Adapt, improvise, and overcome. That's the words. Thanks, Gunny. So there we have it. We've cracked over the 10,000 kilometers. I completely missed it. So 10,000 kilometers on the journey so far. That's not too bad considering it's been, what's the date today? 26th. So it's been 20 days. So So 10,000 kilometers in 20 days, which isn't too bad. It's an average of 500 k's a day. But then you've got to take out the 2, 3, 4 days that I really didn't do any riding. So 10,000 kilometers in about 16 days, and we haven't finished yet. Yeah, so about 600 odd kilometers a day average. That's not a lot when you think about it. Anybody can really jump on their bike and do 600 k's in a day. That's pretty easy. But to try and do it day after day after day after day after day, it kind of gets a lot on your body. And a lot on your mind as well. I swear I have just gone super loopy crazy out here. Yeah, massive drop in temperature. This is pretty though. So I think that's the creek that I'm going to be camping next to, but just further on. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? You know what? I am going to stay in a bloody caravan park tonight, bugger it. Have myself a bloody good shower. Maybe do some washing. Why not, eh? It's the end of bloody school holidays. There won't be that many people in the caravan parks anymore. And I know there's a caravan park in Corryong. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna splurge. You know what else I might do? I might buy dinner tonight instead of making dinner. Might even get some drinks. You know what? That sounds a bloody marvellous idea, Andy. Well, once again, this is the gateway to the Snowy Mountains. Is that the caravan park there? Right next to the petrol station. Let's go and have a look in town first, hey? Takeaway shop there, which is pizza. Visitor information. It's a good little park in there. Not much else so far. Pub. I don't want a pub. Fruit market. Another hamburger shop. Is there anything else? Ooh, I think that's about it. Well, that was Corryong. Let's go back to that caravan park, shall we? Well, that's about it. So I'm going to go back to the caravan park and I'm going to set up the tent and then I'm going to go and have some dinner. Alrighty guys, until tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll be going over Kosiosco. Oh, the Kosiosco National Park anyway. So, until then, adieu.